Good morning. Just checking it to see if my stream is working. Alright, I always sound a little bit low. I'm not sure why. Testing. Alright. Then we will get started. So, market is about to open here at 9:30 in about 2 minutes. Let's see what happens. Currently looking at the NASDAQ. Bitcoin doesn't really look as interesting to me. NASDAQ is roaring higher. Take a look at the daily time frame. We're going to see, well, actually, we've come down a bit. So we've broken through yesterday's highs. We haven't really what's the past tense for swing? Swang? Swinged? We haven't really swinged in either direction too far. So, for example, we know that the ATR on the NASDAQ, I think it was like 500 something. Well, obviously, if we're looking at the daily chart here, we've only moved about 228 points so far. So there's plenty of room on the NASDAQ to run today in either direction. Okay, now, by the title of the stream, you may be wondering, what does he mean by never close his position? Well, today, I wanted to have a little bit of fun over on the prop account on FundYourFX. I had an idea. What would happen if for every trading session, I could only, once I open a position, I can't close it. I have to either add to it or reverse to it. And if I did that for a whole week, what would be the results? Would we pass the challenge? Would we fail the challenge? Or would we just kind of do nothing and stay at break even? So for this week, every trade that I take, I'm going to be unable to close it. The only exception is I can close it at the end of the trading session, okay? Because obviously holding a trade overnight would just result in me getting absolutely wrecked. Eventually it's going to go in the wrong direction all night and just blow up the whole account, okay? I'm not stupid, all right? So the only rule is that I can close at the end of the trading session, but until the end of the trading session, which is for me around 11:30 to 12, okay, I am not going to be closing the positions. I'm only going to be adding to them and reversing them. Okay, so if I buy, that means I can't sell. I can only short or buy more. Okay. So yeah, as you can tell, I was getting a little bored with the streams. So let's spice it up a little bit. Let's see what we can do. And that's the benefit of using prop accounts, is that you can try out fun little experiments like this without risking too much of your own money. All right. So those are the rules for the stream today. And the market has opened. So let's take a look on NASDAQ. NASDAQ starting to move a little bit higher. Still a little sick. All right, so let me try to get a feel for what we're dealing with on the NASDAQ today. So this black line right here is yesterday's high. Obviously, we're in an uptrend. Okay, this move right here was a little bit of an overextension. I believe this was caused by news. So we do have this data low down in here, technically. I believe there was inflation in some sort of, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Let me check the news today really quickly. Let's see here. We had core retail sales at 8:30. That's what this spike up was here. All right, so now we don't have any more news for the day, so it's pure price action, which is nice. So let's see what we can do. My gosh, guys, I'm sorry. My nose is stuffy. Let's see what we can do on NASDAQ and Bitcoin today. I'm sure I'm going to be trading both of them during this challenge. Let's see which one is more interesting right now. Bitcoin is looking like it's doing a little bit of a sweeping of its lows. Is it overextended on either side? Daily chart says no. Obviously, this could easily become a big fat red candle, or black candle in this case. So, not too overextended. So right now we're in a little bit of a range on Bitcoin that is going to be tough to trade. Let me check my VWAP indicator. I know I haven't explained how I like to use VWAP yet. This is, if you've been watching, you know I took a break and I learned more about trading in the 2-year pause that I did. Okay, so this is one of the things that I'm still currently learning about, but it is super interesting, and I'll make a whole video on it, I'm sure. But right now, all you need to know is that VWAP is basically a moving average based off of volume and price rather than just price. So instead of a price average, it is a combination of the volume that takes place and the price, okay? So it's a average price based on the volume at each price level, if that makes sense. Now these two lines over here, those are standard deviations. These are 2 standard deviations of the VWAP. Okay, so that's 2 standard deviations away, and that's 2 standard deviations away from this line right here, basically. Okay, so what happens is that most price action, when it gets to 2 standard deviations away from the VWAP, is slightly overextended. So it's just another confirmation. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know that we have been primarily trying to trade reversals, and so this helps gauge overextended markets as well. So if you look at NASDAQ, for example, NASDAQ's a good example today. NASDAQ is getting overextended. Now the VWAP, you can see that the top range there, the second standard deviation, is moving far away because volume is increasing. So it puts more emphasis on these price movements here because they have more volume. So that's why VWAP is starting to change like that. I'm sure many of you know what a VWAP is. I'm sure I don't really have to explain it, but just in case. So you can see every time we kind of start trading above this upper band here, it's usually a pretty strong signal that a pullback is due. So you'll see me checking in and out on that on the VWAP today. All right, so looking to get into my first trade so we can kick off this challenge here. But the market just opened, so we got to give it some time. Potentially a NASDAQ short. Sipping on my coffee. So we're trading above yesterday's highs on NASDAQ. And if you remember the last stream, we know that NASDAQ is also overextended to the downside a bit because we can see RSI is now trading back above its sold range, which is 30. Okay, so RSI is looking pretty bullish on the NASDAQ, and so we can probably expect, you know, relatively more bullish days than previously, okay? Because now we have a reason to go up, right? Overextended to the downside. Oh wow, NASDAQ making new highs. Look at this. Okay, so let's see what happens here. This is going to be if you know Elliott wave theory, it's pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you really know Elliott wave theory, you know that that's not technically correct, but I don't really use Elliott wave theory the way that it's described. I just kind of do it in 3 waves, right? So instead of, you know, this can't touch the previous highs, which is a rule in Elliott wave theory, I don't care. I just see 1 move higher, 1 move here, 2nd move here, 3rd move here, 4th move here, 5th move here, or basically 1 move higher, 1 move higher, 1 move higher, so 3 moves higher. Usually on the 3rd move higher, it's usually when price gets pretty overextended. I mean, obviously you can see right now NASDAQ is getting super overextended, so I might start to go short here. Let's see. This price action is pretty crazy though. So do I want to just jump in front of a moving train? Ooh, that was the 127 extension. Let's see here. Let's go on over to Fund Your FX. Let's go to US 100. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. And let's see what we can do with this. I might start off real small. Something like let's do like a 0.15. Let's see. Frick it. Let's do a 0.2. Okay, and I'm just kind of waiting for price to make a decision here, because yeah, it looks like we might need to break through those highs right there, which it's doing now. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on for a second. Let's see. Let me go back on over to trading view. Okay, this is what we're looking at right now. Definitely overextended, but that doesn't necessarily mean that a short is going to work out. And once I open a short, again, I'm not closing. I'm only adding or reversing. So, got to be a little selective here. So, obviously the market is ripping higher right now. Let's see. 19,000. RSI overbought. This is pretty crazy. This is new price action. We haven't seen price action like this in a while. So this is like this feels like a brand new style of price action lately. All right, I think I'm pretty comfortable to go short up in here. So there we go. That's the start of the position there. Oh, this position might be too big for the volatility that we're getting. That's okay though. Let's see what happens. Now my next position size is going to be even bigger. So hopefully I didn't just screw myself by starting out at 0.2. But that's what makes the stream fun. Let's take some risk. Wow, this is ripping. So this is on the Fund Your FX platform. This is the prop account. I have TradingView open on my other screen that I'm looking at. The next level that I'm going to be looking at on NASDAQ is probably going to be the 1.618 extension. If you take a look over here. Okay, right up in here, 1.618. Although that might be a little too early to add. So that price level is 19,850. All right, so currently short on NASDAQ, and as the rules suggest, I can only add to this position or reverse the position. And reversing the position would mean buying this, and buying NASDAQ up here to me just seems silly. So I will be having to add eventually if price continues to move higher. And NASDAQ on the day is quite above yesterday's highs. Yesterday's highs right here. I don't even know if you can see that. So let's see. Let's see what we can do on NASDAQ. Quite above its VWAP standard deviation. Let's see if we can catch a big one, boys. I'm totally fine with adding more to this because it's so overextended. A pullback, logically speaking, is probably coming. Now, this is undoubtedly a strong move higher, so when we have a strong move higher like this, usually what we want to look out for is a 382 pullback. So this is going to be first level of, if we can even get here, we'll see. But 382 is going to be the first level of defense for the buyers. That's where we would expect a continuation higher if this is going to be, you know, some insane uptrend, which it very well could be. I could be stuck in a massive short position by the end of the day, but we'll see. So this line here, 19,785, is going to be our first area where we're going to be a little bit cautious, which means if we want to take our profits here, we're going to have to reverse a position into a buy. So keep that in mind. Which honestly, I feel like I would be more comfortable with a buy down here than a short. But we are still very overextended. Take a look at this craziness. This VWAP is insanely wide, these standard deviations. All right, and RSI has now come back into its normal range, which is a relatively positive sign, but this can easily come back up above these highs. So we will see. Here is the position on Fund Your FX. This is, by the way, a new 100K one-step evaluation account. I probably should have mentioned that. So we're going to see if we can pass the 100K evaluation, never closing our positions, only reversing them or adding to them. Let me go check out Bitcoin, see what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin is still within its normal range. Yeah, nothing too interesting on Bitcoin going on right now. A little bit of a sweep of these highs, but nothing too interesting. NASDAQ is definitely more interesting for the day. So let's see. I probably should have, you know what, whatever. No, I was going to add the 236 fib level, but we'll just stick to the 382 as the first target. And if we go higher from here, then we'll remeasure, reevaluate, and have to add, because there's no way I'm going to be buying the NASDAQ when it's at its second standard deviation VWAP level. Oh man, you guys don't like when I trade the NASDAQ, huh? By the way, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, there we go. There's a nice little push. First line of defense is coming up at that 382 and previous highs. So let's see. NASDAQ still has plenty of room to run today. It's only up 0.4%. And the average true range is like, I don't even know what the percentage is on it, but it's like 2%. So, yeah, it's about 2 to 3%. So we're only up 0.38 now. 0.38 on the NASDAQ. Here is that push that we were talking about. We're now back into that little area of defense. Now, this is where things get a little nerve-wracking because I can't just close the position. I'm going to have to either reverse or just keep waiting and see if the NASDAQ is going to do a full-fledged reversal down lower. Which, given the price action that we've seen today, it does look like the NASDAQ wants to kind of have a big green day. I mean, this price action is the strongest price action. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. This is some of the strongest upwards momentum we've seen on the NASDAQ in a bit. So, yeah. Oh man, now I'm regretting doing this challenge because I just kind of want to take my profits. I don't know if I want to get long, but I might have to. Let's see what happens here, though. We seem to be gaining steam to the downside. So I'm long, or I'm short 0.2. So if I want to cover my position, I'm going to need to get long 0.2. Wow, this is quite the move lower. Wow. I did not expect that much of a reversal, but I'll take it. Now we're bouncing at the 61.8 fib level. You can see here over on TradingView, 61.8. Looks like that's not being respected though, so we just got ourselves a straight reversal right now, full-fledged reversal. And we happen to be short, so that's nice. So at this point, now we're starting to look at targeting these lows here and the data lows from 8:30. There's actually a little bit of a bounce now. This is yesterday's high, this black line here. So NASDAQ starting to bounce at yesterday's high, and yeah, that is looking like a pretty violent reversal there. Let's see what happens. Here's a position over on Fund Your FX. This looks like we're going to get a little bit of relief here, but I'm not sure I trust going long at this point. Let's see. Now, if I wasn't doing this this challenge, I probably would have started to look to take some profits off the table, but I don't want to get long right now. So, and I'm not going to add. So the only solution is to wait. All right, so we bounced at, it looks like we're bouncing at yesterday's high and the 61.8 fib level that was there. Okay, wow, this is some crazy price action. We're reversing right back up to those highs. But again, I'm not sure I trust getting long just yet here. My gut says we need to probably take out some lows of some sort, even if that means these lows that we just created. All right. To see a move all the way back up to these highs with no with no, complex pullback, ABCD pattern kind of stuff, would surprise me. But the market's full of surprises, isn't it? So let's see. Bitcoin almost back down to its lows for the day, for the session. Now Nasdaq is looking stronger. Let's see if we can get a reversal. Take a look at VWAP. We came outside of that standard deviation, the second standard deviation band. Came right back in. The VWAP is down in here. So we could see a VWAP test at some point today. Doesn't mean it has to be now. Let's see. Wow, we're really gonna go back into these highs. That is pretty crazy. We're seeing some pretty crazy price action. If you guys are enjoying this type of content, let me know by liking the stream. That is my measure of your happiness and a measure of my own happiness. So it looks like we're all the way back up to our entry point. So obviously, I mean, I'm not going to reverse this position. Again, the rules are I can only reverse or add, no closing. So at this point, I can only sit and wait. Which does suck. I would have liked to take some profit, but that's the whole point of this challenge and experiment. Let's see. Maybe trying to hold your positions longer, or my positions, will result in better performance in the long run. Let's see. So we were up like 300 down here, or down here, and then we got this pretty strong reversal. Ashish says, what is this? This is the NASDAQ, the US 100, but this is on the Fund Your FX prop firm account. This is Fund Your FX, guys. Here, let me just pin something in chat. Let me just explain what I'm trading here. All right, I'll just put this in the chat so you guys can, or so people coming in can know what we're doing here. Which crypto platform? This is Fund Your FX. It's a prop firm. Okay, so if you're familiar with prop firms, it does offer crypto trading, which is the cool part about this prop firm. But I just don't. Bitcoin's chart was not so interesting, so I'm not trading Bitcoin right now, but I will if it gets interesting. Here is the NASDAQ chart. We are bouncing at these previous highs now, so not looking too great for the short position. And Bitcoin is kind of just, again, it's just stuck in this range, and I don't really like trading ranges like this. So that's why we're not really looking at Bitcoin too much. NQ, NASDAQ, or US 100 is clearly, not in a range. It's moving much more clean. So we're looking for at least a retest of these lows and that VWAP, which is that blue line there. But the thing that is a little bit scary about this position is that the NASDAQ is only up 0.4%. And if you have been following along, the average true range, or basically the average amount that NASDAQ moves in a day, is like 2 to 3% lately. So, I mean, we could technically go up the whole day and get to that 2% point, and that wouldn't be abnormal. So if I'm short and I have no if I can only reverse or add to the trade, and I'm short, that means I'm either going to have to be buying an overbought market at one point or shorting when we're not even at the extreme point of the day. We're not even at the 2% mark or 3% mark. So that's a little bit scary, but it is a challenge account. So if we blow it, we blow it. And if we pass it, maybe we'll just keep doing the same exact thing. Now I did just, if you saw my video, or I think it was my last live stream, I did just pass my previous 100K challenge account, and I did get funded on it. And I don't know if I traded that on live stream, but I'm currently up on that account, I think, $1,200. So I would like to trade that account, but for something like this, for a challenge like this, for like an experiment, I'm not going to use the funded account. I'm going to use a challenge account and see if we can pass the challenge account. All right, there's a nice push there. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a ABCD pattern lower. So that's going to look something like this. Right here. Take that. Move it forward. All right, so basically we're just looking for these lows to be taken out. And we actually do have a little bit of like a demand level there. That could be interesting. So we could be looking at like a sweep of these lows into a level of demand. And that's probably where I would be looking to cover. Which means I can't cover. I'll have to reverse my position. And that's also where the VWAP is. So that's definitely a very interesting spot on the chart right now. How can we replicate the same trade entry in multiple prop accounts? I'm still learning about prop trading myself. It's relatively new to me. So I don't have the answer, but there is, as far as I'm aware, there are software that are specifically designed for that. I'm sure somebody in the chat probably knows. Right now I'm just trading one account at a time. I'm not going to try to trade multiple accounts at the same time. Until I'm more comfortable trading with prop firms. By the way, if you want to check out FundraFX, unfortunately it's not available in the United States. If you want to check it out, I do have a coupon code CT. They also offer instant funding, by the way. So if you use the link in the description down below, you can get a nice discount. They're very cheap, very affordable, and very good. I'm very happy with them so far. So yeah, that's in the link is in the description of the stream. Look at this push down. This is awesome. Dirty, what did I miss? Not much. I mean, we're short right now. We're short up here at this red line. We're looking for a break of these lows at least. And we're doing a little bit of an experiment where I can't close my positions. I have to either reverse them or add to them. So technically, I'll never be out of a position for the entirety of today's trading session. So yeah, I was bored, so I wanted to do something a little different. So we're doing this little experiment here. Bitcoin dropping. Yeah, NASDAQ is dropping, so naturally Bitcoin will also be following suit. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Yeah, Bitcoin's about to break through these lows. So once Bitcoin breaks through these lows, let's check VWAP. Ooh. So that's also the second standard deviation there on Bitcoin. So that's an interesting area for Bitcoin. And then NASDAQ, oh no, don't do this to me, NASDAQ. Don't reverse. NASDAQ also has its lows right in here. Not the session lows, but a short-term low here, and then a little bit of an area of demand here. So, and then VWAP is right there. So this is definitely going to be an interesting area. Now I'm a little scared to have to reverse my position because I also don't want to get caught on another straight down day as I've been caught before. But let's see. So now we're starting to break through these lows here. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. Breaking through the lows. We got a high volume candle. Oh, still struggling. Well, yeah, a lot of volume starting to come in here. But I don't want to get long just yet. Oh, gosh. This challenge is starting to stress me out. Let's see. Maybe it's going to help me. Maybe it's going to help me be more patient. I can't even go for like a break even. That's the issue. Even if I wanted to. Because a break even means that I'm going to have to close out the position, right? So if I wanted to have a break even, technically what I would have to do is I would have to reverse my position at my entry point, which is literally at the highs. So I'd have to be buying at the highs. And that's not fun. So we can see, as we pretty much expected, these lows have been acting as a little bit of an area of support. We were unable to close below. We have an increase in volume. So yeah, this is looking relatively good for the buyers. I still would not want to be long here just yet. I would prefer down in here closer to the VWAP. Let's see. GN says, "Sir, I lost money. I joined your trading with you." What do you mean? How are you losing money how are you losing money? And don't be copying my trades, all right? I don't take responsibility for that. This is why I don't show my trades. You got to make your own decisions, my man. This is entertainment purposes only. All right. Still looking for lower prices here. Oh boy. I would love to take some quick profits below those lows, but we're sticking to the rules. Let's see if we can get another move down. If not, this could get ugly again. VWAP is starting to catch up with price. This is a pretty standard setup that I like to talk about. If you watched my last video, not stream, but video, we have the trend, right? Uptrend. And then we have the first wave, the first touch. And then you get this move here, which usually most traders are going to go to a break even once you're up there if you're buying it here. This move comes out and takes out those traders and even stomps people out below these lows. And this is where usually you look to buy. If you watch my previous video, this is a perfect example of that. The issue is that I did not want to be buying there with this short entry. I wanted to wait for my target, which was down in here. That's where I'd be even more comfortable buying. But we were not able to get it just yet. So now price is coming back up against me. And let's see. This thing we're still only up 0.3% on the NQ today. And the average true range is like 2% to 3%. Something like that. I don't even know. You know what? Let's just check it. ATR. Average true range on the daily time frame is 491. Okay, well now we're getting a push down. 491 is the average true range. What is that percentage wise? 491. Yeah, it's like 2%. So NASDAQ moves like 2% per day basically in either direction. And we are, well, let's see on this daily time frame again. From low to high in this session, we've moved 1.5%. Right now, we're back in the middle of that entire range, which basically means it's a coin flip. We need to make a decision on where price is going to go. Here's that position on Fund Your FX. I don't like this fat green candle, especially after making this fat red/black candle. We're at 0.29%. Now, NASDAQ could easily, NASDAQ could easily go red on the day as well. That's not out of the possibilities, but given the price action, it does look like NASDAQ wants to have a green day. So our short position needs to be treated with caution. And I'm fine with going long on the NASDAQ as long as it's a little closer to these points here. Oh my gosh. I'm not showing you my trading view. Anyways, as I was saying, these points right here. That's where I'd be more comfortable. There's some volatility coming in again to the upside. Let's see if the buyers are going to win this. If you're enjoying the stream, remember, smash that like button. If you smash that like button, all your dreams will come true. And by the way, if you didn't enter the 5K account giveaway, you better go do that. On my last video, you just gotta like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. And you are entered to win. So far, only one person has commented. So if you want that account, the pool of candidates is pretty small right now. So good odds, good chance of you winning. All right, so we're still just chopping away here. It looks like NASDAQ is going to want to go higher. Now up 0.44% on the day. Second standard deviation on the VWAP is all the way up here, which means it has plenty of room to move up there. And I'm not showing my trading view. Gosh darn it. Alright, we just had a little bit of a high volume candle print. High volume rejection candle. Retesting these short-term highs. I would love to see a sweep of these lows, test that VWAP, and then continue higher all day long. But if I get stuck in this short position because of the challenge, it can get ugly real quickly. Ay, ay, ay. A lot of bullish pressure today on the NASDAQ. This is looking like we're going to need to start adding to the position. What do we do? What video? So if you go in my last video, it's titled, I found the hidden pattern that for perfect entries. It's me explaining the ABCD pattern. You just have to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, then you don't have to do that. You just got to be subscribed and like and comment. That's all you got to do. And you're automatically entered to win. Super simple, but people don't really take advantage of it. Literally free money, basically, potentially, if you trade well. All right, let's keep an eye on these highs here. I'm going to assume we're going to sweep these highs. Let's see. Sir, your screen low. What does that mean? What do you mean my screen's low? What do you mean? Is there something wrong with the stream? Am I missing something? Alright, so we are still short. Look at that. No break-even trade on this bad boy. Which crypto trading site? Didn't I already answer this question, my man? It is FundYourFX. It's a prop firm. It's not a crypto trading site. Now, you've seen me probably use BitUnex. That link is also in the description of the live stream. So both of the places that I use are in the description of the live stream. I don't use anything else. So that can answer your question there. FundYourFX is a prop firm, and BitUnex is a broker, a crypto broker. But today we're not trading on BitUnex. We are trading on FundYourFX. And thank you for joining with my link. I hope you got a discount or a trade bonus, whichever one that you chose. All right, so we're back into this little support zone here. So let's see if we hold this area on the NASDAQ. And if we do, probably going back up to these highs. If we don't, then maybe we'll get our shot at potentially going long down at the VWAP area. Today's price action is pretty crazy. As it is every day, isn't it? Lately. So currently holding that little level of support that we marked out. Dirty says got it done. Nice. Nice. Hopefully you win. The odds are in your favor. Have you guys enjoying the stream? Does that even make sense? How have you guys been enjoying the streams lately? Enjoying them? Anything you want me to? Anything I can improve upon? Give me the play-by-play. Oh my gosh, we're really gonna pump again out of this area? We just gave it all back, and now we're pumping again. So right now we're sitting in this area of support. Still looking for a move lower, obviously. Excuse me. I need to start drinking more coffee in the mornings. Or maybe I just need to increase my position size and make things even more interesting. Which crypto trading name do I trade? Bitcoin and NASDAQ. Bitcoin and NASDAQ. Those are the. I mean, NASDAQ's not a crypto, but I only trade Bitcoin futures as of late. All right, starting to just kind of slow down a little bit, looks like. Sorry for the sniffling. Still looking for a move down here. All right. Tried to move lower, but still holding that zone here. The longer we stay there, the worse my short position is looking. I don't find this name. Depeche, what are you trading on? What are you trading on? BitUnix or FunderFX? Alright, still just farting around in this area of support. Maybe we take a look at Bitcoin in the meantime. Let's see what Bitcoin's up to. So, oh, Bitcoin is actually looking like an interesting long. Down below that second standard deviation, below these lows. Maybe we got a little bit of a ABCD pattern going on here. Oh my gosh, we do. So Bitcoin actually looks like a decent reversal trade, which means that NASDAQ will also be potentially following. So now things are getting a little bit interesting. Although Bitcoin is pretty down. Well, not down today, but it's not really moving as similar to the NASDAQ as it normally does. So, excuse me, guys. Sorry, I'm sick. BitUnix. Yeah, so on BitUnix, just go to futures trading and or whatever spot or futures. I don't know what you're trading, and it should just be BTC USDT if that's what you're looking to trade. BTC USDT. Okay, so there's Bitcoin starting to roll back up. Now things are getting interesting here because Bitcoin looks like a pretty good buy. Well, at least it did down in here. And now Bitcoin looks like it wants to get back up to VWAP right there. And it is. I mean, it's really rocketing up now. So, but NASDAQ is actually not really moving too much. But NASDAQ, I mean, if Bitcoin gets back up to that VWAP, which is basically just like the session average price based off of the volume, if Bitcoin can get back up here, the NASDAQ can get back up here to its highs. But they're not really moving as correlated as they usually do. If you take a look, they're almost like inverted. Not necessarily, but so NASDAQ actually moving lower now, and Bitcoin getting rejected a little bit as well. So we'll just keep holding on, I guess. Wow. Okay. I'll take it. Oh my gosh. That's yesterday's high. You look at this black line here. That's yesterday's high, so it looks like we're starting to bounce on that a little bit. But either way, that sell-off was a decent sign of some potential to move back below these lows here into this area of demand as well. When do you announce the winner? Well, how did I announce the winner last time? Oh, I don't think I did announce the winner. I just reached out to them privately. But yeah, I should announce the winner. It's definitely more engaging that way. So for the winner, I'll probably announce them, let's say, I should probably announce them in my next video. So what I just posted yesterday, so let's call it next weekend. In my next video, I will announce the winner. That way people get some time to enter. How do you reach out privately on YouTube? You don't. I just comment to email me. And my email is in the description of every video. All right, getting some momentum to the downside. So we tried to hold this little area of support, got a little bit of a bounce, that got stuffed, and now we're heading to close or to trade below these lows here, which is what we wanted. Now I really hope that we don't just break through these lows and then start reversing, because again, I don't really want the challenge means that I can only reverse my trade, right? I don't want to reverse my trade here. I would rather reverse my trade down here. And let's go check on Bitcoin. So yeah, look at that. Bitcoin is barely moving. Meanwhile, the NASDAQ is taking a nosedive. So I actually prefer that because the Bitcoin is somewhat oversold. So I want, because they move similarly, I would want Bitcoin to stay oversold while NASDAQ gets down to that level here. So here's the trade update. Now we're breaking again below the lows. And this is going to be, yeah. All right. Now it's go time. Let's see. Let's see. Can we get down to the area of demand, which is right down in here? And VWAP. Let's make sure we got VWAP going. There's the VWAP. So it's right in line with that area. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna have to, okay, waiting. Oh my gosh, now we're starting to see that volatility come in. So again, I have to reverse my position, not close. So I basically will have to be buying. This is some pretty strong price action, though. A lot of volume coming in on the trading view side of things. Jeez. Okay. Come on. Let's I don't want to see a crazy reversal before I can even attempt to get in. Oh God. Oh my God. I knew it. I should have just bought. Should have just. Okay. Come on. Oh, wow. Well, now that's a little scary. Oh my God, what is this price action? What is this price action? We're right on the VWAP right now. Oh my God, this is so sketchy. It would have been fine if I could just take my profits. But now I'm also trying to reverse the trade, right? So it's like I'm trying to get a good entry too. All right. I want to take my profits here, so I'm going to have to just reverse the position. I don't care. Let's start there. So now I am long 0.2, and so I've technically reversed my position. I just need to close out this position. Okay, so now we've basically reversed the trade, which is all part of the challenge. Can't close my position. I have to reverse it. Depeche, I'm not trading Bitcoin right now. If you're trying to copy my trades, be very careful, because I'm not trading normally. I mean, I'm trading this is a literal experiment. So, be careful. Okay, so we bought at the VWAP here. Now, normally, yeah, Depeche, this is NASDAQ, by the way. US 100. You can't trade this on BitUnex. This is not Bitcoin. BitUnex you can trade. BitUnex is only crypto. And this is not a crypto. This is the US stock market indice futures. So normally I probably wouldn't be buying here, but I wanted to take my profit on the other trade, which means that I had to reverse my position. So now I'm kind of stuck in a trade that I don't really love, but it is I wanted to take my profits, which is what makes this challenge interesting. Okay, so right now let's take a look at where we're at. We're right on that VWAP. So NASDAQ just went red on the day. It's battling on staying green or red. All right, we're right at that VWAP, so we're basically at like the average price of the session, of the trading session. We're in a level of demand. We are probably completing an ABCD pattern. Let's see. Yes, we completed an ABCD pattern. So I guess it's a decent long, but definitely scary with this massive push here. As we've seen in the last many days, the NASDAQ and Bitcoin can easily tank for the entire day. So let's hope that's not the case here. I do feel like overall the NASDAQ wants to have a green day, given the overall price action. This is the daily time frame on the NASDAQ. We're oversold on the RSI. We just came back up. Relief rally. I think the news that came out yesterday or today wasn't positive though. And this hourly chart actually looks terrible. We just broke these highs here, and now we're moving. This hourly time frame just made me want to poop my pants. But let's see. Yeah. Oh, this could get ugly. So here is the Fund Your FX. So again, we're doing the challenge where we can't close our position. We have to reverse it. So right now, we are breaking through the lows. And I'm not going to... So I can add to the position too. I just can't close it. I can reverse it or add to it. And probably not going to add to this unless we get much lower, to be honest. I would feel way more comfortable trading crypto anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they got their pros and cons. For example, NASDAQ. It's way less likely for NASDAQ to make insanely massive moves in one direction, whereas Bitcoin can literally just tank in a moment's notice randomly, and makes perfect sense because it's Bitcoin. So All right, so what we're seeing now, oh my gosh. What we're seeing now is a reversal after breaking through the level of demand, the demand lows. So this level here. So that's somewhat positive for sure. We're also at the VWAP for the day, so we might get a VWAP bounce back up to the highs, potentially. We'll see. Bitcoin has done what we thought it was going to do, which was bottom out towards this the bottom of the VWAP, standard deviation, second standard deviation. Now we're coming back up to the Bitcoin's VWAP. Now VWAP on Bitcoin, I'm not sure if it's as useful or as accurate, but we're going to use it anyways. So VWAP is getting back up to its average price. NASDAQ moving higher as well off of its VWAP. So Bitcoin could easily come back up and reach its second standard deviation up here, which is at 83,840. Doesn't mean it will, but right now the swing that we're in looks like it wants to fail. What do I mean by that? I mean, right now we made a lower low, right? Lower low. And so the swing that we're trading is this high and this low here. It made a pretty weak new low, and it's making a pretty sharp reversal. So these highs could be a decent target for that, which means that NASDAQ may also see its highs revisited. So our long position, as you can see here, is looking okay for right now, despite me not wanting to really go long. Well, I mean, it was a strong area, but I was scared. Okay, I was just a little scared. Please, sir, trade crypto, sir. Listen, I can only trade what looks good, and Bitcoin wasn't looking as good as the NASDAQ. If you keep joining the live streams, you'll see me trade crypto eventually. And the only reason you want me to trade crypto is because you wanted to copy the trades. I know. Don't try to be slick. Oh, I guess you're not trying to be slick. I think you're being pretty direct. So, let's see. Now, again, on the NASDAQ, we're touching that black line there. That is yesterday's high. I've never watched stocks, but always watched crypto, but that's just me, I guess. Yeah, I mean, trade what you're comfortable with. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong answer. Again, there's the pros and cons. I mean, you can trade both. I trade both. Sometimes the NASDAQ pisses me off more than Bitcoin, and sometimes Bitcoin pisses me off more than the NASDAQ. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure to smash that like button. That's all I ask. I got nothing to sell. No course, no signal group. Just pure entertainment and education, baby. I like to call it tradertainment. Like this challenge that we're doing. It's tradertainment. Alright, well, NASDAQ coming back down a little bit. 10:42 a.m., 11 a.m. can be a time of reversals in either direction. Right now, we're still trading on that VWAP. As far as the daily chart is concerned, we are still trading below yesterday's lows or highs. All right. And we have not really, we're still in the middle of the range, right? So that tells us that we have plenty of room either way, either direction. We can move 2% down, we can move 2% up. We're in the middle right now, so either way is fair game for the NASDAQ, and I assume for Bitcoin as well. Let's check what Bitcoin's doing. So Bitcoin just bounced off of its VWAP, which is not ideal. I would like to see a close above. But the price action right now, again, it looks like this high wants to be taken, potentially. So let's see. I mean, that's good news for NASDAQ. Here's NASDAQ pumping. That's also good news. Get away from that VWAP. Try to get back up towards its highs. Here's our position on Funds FX, the position that we were basically forced into because we were short. So we wanted to get out of our short, which means that we had to reverse our trade and go long, which is working out quite nicely now, coincidentally. And if you missed it earlier in the stream, we went short on the NASDAQ pretty nicely up here, basically at the top, right around here. Here, we can actually mark it out. That could be fun. Let's do... We went short like here, and we went long like right here. So those are our entry markers, our makeshift entry markers. So we just need to pick a direction. Oh gosh. Yawning starts. So NASDAQ right now, again, it's currently sitting at its high, or it's yesterday's high. Which is why we're starting to see a little bit of a rejection, I guess. It's the battle of, do we want to stay above yesterday's high? Or are we going to fail below the high and go lower? Now, obviously, that would not be good news for us because the only other area where the NASDAQ may become overextended for a buy would be all the way down here, down towards its second standard deviation on the buy side, on the lower side. Which, obviously, if we are long right now at current levels, that's a long way away, and we can't get out of this trade. We can only reverse it or add to it. And reversing it, I don't know. I don't like buying at, or I don't like shorting at lows, and I don't like buying at highs. And right now we have bought at some lows, but if we want to reverse the trade, we would have to be shorting at the lows, which is not comfortable. So I'm hoping that we just hold this area and revisit these highs. Bitcoin still kind of just bouncing at its VWAP. I would ideally like for it to break above that line right there. Again, that is volume weighted average price. A very common indicator. But what you may not see is the standard deviation aspect, where you get two standard deviations of the VWAP in both directions. And I learned this from a trader friend of mine, Roderick Casilli, futures fanatic. Shout out Roderick Casilli. And basically what he told me was that 91% of price action will take place between this point and this point. And so when we're out, when we're above these levels, like we see here and here, it's a better probability if you're trading reversals. So that's what that's exactly why we shorted. I think we shorted again, like up here. Or here, somewhere up there. Because it was overextended. So combine that with the price action that we know. Again, if you haven't watched my 3 Ps of price action video, It's called, the title of the video is called Price Action Explained Like You've Never Seen Before. It's on my channel. And then also watch my last video about the ABCD patterns. The price action video and the ABCD pattern video, excuse me, are probably two of the most valuable videos that I've ever made. Those two videos alone can give you a really good understanding of just the way that the charts move, the way that markets move. The ABCD pattern is for your better entries. It explains about the theory of M's and W's and waves in the market. And then the price action video is judging strength based off of how strong each move is, how strong each high is, the distance between the lows, the distance between the highs, etc., etc. So go watch those two videos after this stream, and everything that I do will probably make a lot more sense. Here's the position over on FungerFX. Oh my god, it's always freezing in my room. I need to make it... Give me 1 second, I'm freezing, I'm about to start shivering. Alright. Okay. So, if you're new to the stream, again, we are not able to close out of our position. We are just reversing our trades or adding to them. So we went short up here, and then we wanted to take our profits down in here, which means that we also had to go long and reverse the trade. So now we are in a long position on the NASDAQ, and that's mainly what we're trading today. And the end of my trading session is usually around 12 p.m., so... Well, let's see what happens with this trade by 12 p.m. Hopefully we're not stuck in some crazy position where I keep having to add to it. Oh, look at that. There's Bitcoin managing to get above its VWAP, but this is also not really a great sign because we went above VWAP, we went above these short-term highs, but we came right back down under. And that is a high volume candle, which volume is important. Volume is basically how much power, or how much, what's the word, intent. Volume is intent, okay? Let's put it that way. And so when you have a really high volume candle and then a really strong reversal right after that candle, that means that this volume here could have been stop losses. And so the intent is potentially a liquidity sweep down lower. And so if we take a look, oh my god, I'm not showing you my trading view. I keep forgetting to switch it on over. Okay, so as I was saying, Bitcoin right here. Okay, it got above its VWAP, right? But it had a really high volume candle, and now you can see exactly what I was talking about. We're getting a big move lower now. We got above VWAP, right? That's all fine and dandy, but it was a very high volume candle that got snubbed, got stuffed. So this could have been a potential liquidity sweep, which means that the intent would be lower. Okay, so I don't really enjoy seeing a very high volume candle break above these highs and then immediately get crushed back down. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to go straight down lower now. There is actually a little bit of an area of demand there. And at least we got above the highs and above that VWAP. But still doesn't really count as a strong sign, I would say. If anything, it counts as a weak sign that we might need to pull back a bit, which is not good for our current long trade on the NQ. Right here. And again, I am trading on the 100K FungerFX account. This is a one-step evaluation account on FungerFX. We're going to see if we can pass the challenge by doing exactly what we've been doing, which is only reversing our trades or adding to them, never closing the trades. So we'll be doing this for the next week, all week long. So if you're not already subscribed, got that bell notification icon on, and yeah, just bell notification and subscribed. You're going to want to do that if you want to watch these streams, because we are going live every day except tomorrow. I can't stream tomorrow. Oh my God, or Friday. It's my birthday. Well, that puts a monkey wrench in my plans, but we're going to stream as much as we possibly can. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you follow along, and most importantly, make sure you're having fun. My nose is itchy. Okay, some relief here on NASDAQ. Good, but unfortunately, guess where we're at again? That's yesterday's high, that black line. Look at this. Look at how we keep getting to yesterday's high, and we're rejecting it pretty strongly. So we need to blast above that high in order to really actually make some progress. Because right now, all we're doing is, oh my gosh, all we're doing is looking weak right now. So we're going to go back down, it looks like, into VWAP. Don't really expect VWAP to hold here. We'll see. My position is now in the negative. Take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has broken its level of demand. So everything is now pointing towards a little bit of weakness. So let's see. Let's just wait and see. Here is fund your FX position. My gosh, my nose is so itchy. Sorry, guys. How much of your account are you risking? There's not a set amount right now. This is a challenge account, but obviously, you know, I'm not trying to blow the whole account. So I'm trading with really small positions right now. Definitely risking less than 1 to 2% on this size. But I mean, I can get to like, when it gets really crazy, I can get to like, you know, I've had drawdown. I have a video coming out. I already streamed it, but I have a video coming out of how I turned, it was a 3K loss, so 3% loss, into a 4K profit. So it's definitely high stakes trading, that's for sure. But this is also prop trading, right? So prop trading is a little different than real life trading. Obviously, if it was, if I was trading 100K of my own money, I would not be taking huge, risky positions. Definitely trading smaller size. But even on, you know, oh my God, what was that? Even on this account, we're trading small, right? This is a 100K account, technically. So, yeah, right now, you know, we're down $72 on a 100K account. That's nothing. Well, technically, we're still up on the day, right? Because we had a profitable trade short. Now, let's see if we're going to regret this reverse trade that we were kind of forced into. If you guys are enjoying the stream, don't forget to like it up. That way it tells me what you guys like, what you guys don't like. If you guys like this type of challenge thing, I'll do more of it. If you guys don't like it, I'll do less of it. This is oh my God, I can't speak today. This is a democracy. All right, so NASDAQ now sweeping its lows. All right, in here. Well, no, we didn't sweep those lows. So we'll probably do that. We'll see. Now I got to start thinking about where am I going to look? Oh my gosh. I really can't speak today, guys. I'm like sick. I'm yawning. I'm burping. I'm hiccuping. I'm itching my nose. I'm stuttering. What was I even going to say? Jeez. My nose won't stop itching. This is terrible. I got to start now looking at where I might need to add to this position. Obviously, the trade is still early, so not really going to look to add anytime soon, but I need to be prepared for it. Or I could reverse the trade and go short, but I just mentally, it's much harder for me to go short on at lows, even though it's doesn't really make much of a difference. If you're going to go lower, you might as well go short. But so here's Bitcoin. Let me get back to TradingView. So here's Bitcoin. Like we said, it's not too surprising to see Bitcoin lower. Let's go on like a 3-minute. So on a 3-minute time frame, this price action looks like it wants to reverse. It looks like we want to fail, like we've been talking about on Bitcoin. I mean, if I had to guess, right, if I had to pick a side, right now we had a relatively strong reversal. So still relatively bullish on Bitcoin. The only thing that could pose an issue is that we came up above that VWAP and got rejected instantly with high volume. Okay, so it might just take a longer time to actually play out. Or even, I mean, at this point, it's starting to look pretty bearish, honestly. But using our principles of the ABCD pattern, this is really a first wave, a first touch, right? We have this and this. Could we get something that looks like this? Yes, that happens. But usually you get something that looks like this at least, and then maybe that. But at the same time, if we do break above these highs, then more than likely these highs will be swept, because these highs are, they're pretty close. So we'll see. NASDAQ just swept its lows. Let's go over here. NASDAQ just swept its lows again. The issue is now we're below VWAP on NASDAQ, so that's kind of a pain. We are at the still in the middle of the range on NQ. We are down 0.05%, okay? And usually the NASDAQ is moving, 2-3% in a day. So basically we're just trying to capture what move is it going to make? What move is it going to, or what direction is it going to pick for the day is obviously the big question. And our bias right now, to be honest, the only reason why I'm in this long trade is because we were covering a short trade. My bias is actually kind of a little bit more short right now, given we're trading below VWAP and we haven't really seen much life yet, which means that we may need to come all the way down here. So that wouldn't be, oh my God, I'm not showing you guys. I need someone that can manage my streams so that I don't forget to show you guys. I always forget to switch on over to TradingView. But yeah, because we're trading below VWAP right now, the next level is either back up here or down here, really. And right now, the strength is looking to the downside, just like that. So this may get ugly. Let's see. I prefer a constitutional republic. Who is the elected representative? Hey, man. Don't give me too much power. I might go crazy. Get some tissues and a cup of tea. I know. I had my coffee, but that didn't really seem to help. Tissues would be useful right now. By the way, guys, if you are new to the stream and enjoying it, make sure to like it up. That tells me, what I'm doing is good and entertaining or educational, and I'll do more of it. So if you are enjoying it, it takes 1 second. I'll even give you that 1 second right now. Ready? 1, Boom. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. All right, so NASDAQ just put in a little bit of a high volume candle to the downside after taking out these lows here. So honestly, it's not that high of a volume candle. It's kind of a normal volume candle. Now, the thing about NASDAQ actually is that we do have these data lows. Okay, these are the lows that were created from the news that came out today at 8:30. Okay, these lows are looking real juicy for a sweep, and that's what we're gonna get probably right now. Yeah, there it is. So we're gonna break through these lows. Now let's see if NASDAQ holds through these lows. These are where all the stop losses for today are likely to be sitting. So if there was a time to have a liquidity sweep, it'd probably be now. But that is not a nice looking candle there. So yeah, let's see if we even get it. This position is definitely starting to go sour a little bit, but we're going to stick to the rules. We can only reverse or add. Adding right now is a little bit too risky for my taste, so all we can do is wait. Bitcoin coming back down. All right, NASDAQ, let's see. NASDAQ, no volume below these lows right now. So that's not a good sign, because if there were orders sitting there, right? If there were stop loss orders sitting here, and we really did trigger those stop losses, there should be volume, right? Because volume is what? Orders. And if orders are below these lows, then what should be triggered? Volume. Or what should reflect those orders being triggered? Volume. But we didn't get volume there. Not much at all. Pretty average volume. It's also 11 a.m. now, so this could be the beginning of, you know, the trend, the decision. What direction are we going to pick? So hopefully not down. But we will stay strong. If you've just joined the stream, we are currently up on the day about $200. Well, technically our official P&L right now is $462, but including the drawdown right now, we're down like 200, or we're up like 200 something. Now that was also on a very small position, so this position could easily turn into a big loss if we add to it and it keeps going lower. And right now, the NASDAQ is only down 0.2%. The average true range on the NASDAQ is like 2%. So we're down 0.2%. That means we could move 10 times more, and it would be considered normal, within normal range, normal price action. So let's see. Still hovering below the lows. Just mark them out here. That's no longer relevant. No sign of strength at all right now. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. No sign of life yet. No sign of life yet. This is looking like it wants to go low, 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 low. But I can't mentally short here. That is just not the type of trader that I am. Shorting here just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Unless it were like a breakdown trade, maybe. Super tight stop loss. But that's not what we're trading right now. We're trading reversals, trading in the extremes, which is why we were able to get a really nice short at the top today. Because we were overextended to the upside. Now, of course, we're going overextended to the downside. Hopefully not too overextended because I am long. And not, honestly, not at the best entry now. Kind of stuck in this position. So we may need to trade our way out of this. I'm not reversing. As per the rules, I can only reverse and I can only add. And I'm not reversing. So I only have one option, really. And that's to add at some point in this trade. Or just hold and allow it to do its thing. Okay, guys, let me get a tissue real quick. I've been fighting this too long. Give me 1 second. Okay. Jeez. I'm not liking the way this is looking at all. This is making me reminisce of the times that I get in too early in a trade and just have to add to it all the way down until it reverses. This is reminding me of the day that I was down 3K and had to literally just go balls to the wall and turned it into 4K profit, but it could easily just blew the account. It was a miracle. By the way, if you want to trade with FundYourFX, the link is in the description, and if you use code CT, you get 10% off. I think the cheapest program is literally $50. Like $40, $50. So the price is definitely affordable, which is why I like them. And they offer instant funding, so you can literally skip the evaluation phase. I wouldn't recommend that for most people, but if you're ready to go, they do got you. Okay, surprisingly, a pretty big green candle there. Not sure what that's about. My gut is telling me that's just a bull trap, probably. Let's see. I wish you could show how much you are adding. What are you talking about? I'm not adding anything. You can see my position. Oh, wait, you can't see my size, though. Oh, my gosh. Well, I'll tell you my size. It's lots, right? Because FundYourFX is not, I'm not trading futures. I'm trading CFDs. So this is 0.2 of a lot, 0.2 lots. And that's my only position size right now. My gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for being sick. I'm not even really that sick. It's just my nose is running like crazy. Okay, so we're getting back up to break even. Don't necessarily trust this just yet. The only positive thing that we're seeing right now is that we took out these lows, but like I showed you earlier, those lows getting taken out were done so with no volume. So I don't know if I really believe that that's a liquidity sweep. Man, I'm dying. So now we're actually retesting the VWAP. So this should be interesting to see what happens. I wonder if FungerFX has VWAP. Let's see. Compare? No. Where's the indicators? I'm still not fully used to this platform. Is it this? Yes. VWAP. Oh, no, they don't. No. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for the sniffling. Alright, so we are, again, testing VWAP. Not much going on just yet. Let's see if we can get back above VWAP. That would be positive, but to be honest, I'm a little skeptical. We'll see. We're going back to a little bit of profit now. Let's see if we can hold this. My gut is telling me it might be a bad day to be a buyer. I mean, we're still unchanged on the day. We are down only 0.04% on the NASDAQ today. Colin says, do you ever sell here at a break even to try and get a better entry or no? Yeah, well, I mean, this also probably, oh my god, I'm so stuffy. This probably wouldn't even be a trade that I would normally be in the first place. But yeah, probably if I could, right now we're doing a challenge, so, but if I could just close out at a break even there, that would have probably been nice. I would have considered that. But right now, we're doing this challenge, and that would mean that I would have to short there, and I don't know if I want to short right now either. So the conclusion is to hold, as much as we don't like that right now. As much as we don't like the position right now. And in theory, I guess I could have shorted here and tried to wait for a better entry and then reversed it back up. I guess that's a possibility, but for I guess simplicity's sake, we will just hold for now. Now take a look at that VWAP. You can see it does hold pretty well. It is definitely a significant level. We want a move back up to the second standard deviation, and we are getting a little bit of a push now, so that's good. There we go. There we go. Come on. Or is this going to be a bull trap? We know the NASDAQ has been loving its bull traps. So now we're getting back up to yesterday's high. That's at 19,740, depending on your chart. At least on my data feed, 19,740. We were gonna. It looks like we want to test that again. Now, from a price action perspective, this is looking relatively a little bit better. We swept through these lows, not without any volume. That's the only part that's a little scary. There's no volume that was done there. But from a price action perspective, we are, let's take a look, right? A little mini lesson on price action. Let's mark out the lows, and this is the 3 P's of price action video as well. Mark out the lows. Let's mark out the highs. Kind of be like this, this. And now here. So the distance between the highs was growing. Now it's shrinking. So that's what we call pullbacks. So the pullbacks are increasing. The distance between the lows is shrinking. This is what we call projection. So the projection is getting smaller, meaning less strength on the downside. So there's more increasing strength to the upside because the highs are getting closer together, which means the buyers are making more progress. And then the projection, the second P of price action, not in any particular order, is making the new lows are, the distance between the new lows are shrinking as well, meaning that the buyers are buying the dips, right? So, or vice versa, the sellers are not able to make as much progress as they want. So overall price action is beginning to, oh, thank God I was actually showing the chart. I would have been so mad if I was still on FundraFX. Overall price action is starting to look a little more bullish. We are trading above VWAP now, but overall pretty much a choppy day. Here's the FundraFX position. Our position is now in a little bit of profit. That's fun. Haha, that's crazy. Any chance a quick peek at Tesla and Nvidia? I do hold Tesla in my little long-term Robinhood account, and I was doing amazing, as I'm sure many of us were, whoever holds Tesla, and now I'm not doing so amazing. We can take a look probably towards the end of the session, just remind me. Right now I want to keep it on the active trades. We'll close out at the end of the session. That's the only time we can close out. I'm watching you and also open positions on both at your long entry currently. Thanks, man. Oh, well, don't thank me just yet. Let's let's wait. Let's see what actually ends up happening. And again, careful copying trades, because this is a prop account and I do not care if this gets blown. So I am trading like a madman. And if you guys are enjoying me trading like a madman, you know what I'm about to say. Just make sure to smash up that like button. And I'll do more of it. It's as simple as that. The likes are like your votes. You vote for more or less. The less likes, then the less I do it. The more likes, the more I do it. Again, got nothing to sell. The only thing technically that I have to sell is affiliate links, which is, even then, barely anything. So, pure education, pure what I call tradertainment. Entertainment, trading, entertainment, trader, entertainment. All right, price action starting to slow down a little bit towards these highs. So what we would like to see is obviously a break above these highs. That would be a much better sign. of potential reversal back up to its highs. VWAP, we're still trading above, which is good. I would prefer for the standard deviations to kind of start moving a little higher, but that's not the case, so can't do anything about that. We have already technically broken this little short-term high here, so that's a good sign for our trade. Overall, we're still, like right now, we are at exactly break even on the day as far as the NASDAQ's performance. So the NASDAQ is currently up 0.04. And again, the average true range, the amount that the NASDAQ tends to move is 2% usually. And we're at 0% basically. So we could easily rip. We could rip straight down or straight up, and it would not be out of the ordinary. 2%, remember. Oh, look at this. Look at Bitcoin. Like we said, Bitcoin looked like it wanted to fail. I wish the NASDAQ was doing the same thing, but remember, this is exactly, again, go watch the ABCD video. Not yet, not right now, after the stream. Go watch my latest video, the ABCD video. And go watch the price action explained like you've never seen before, my price action video. Those two videos together are some of the most valuable videos I think you can ever watch on trading. And they're not material that you'll normally find online on YouTube. Not many people talk about it. But like I said, this high here, if we can break through this high is probably going to be the next target. And I said that this was looking bearish, but it's unusual for price to just do this. Normally we get something like this. And now what we can do is we can draw out that ABCD pattern. Wow, Bitcoin is ripping higher and NASDAQ isn't. That's kind of annoying. We can draw out that ABCD pattern, and that is our target basically on Bitcoin right now. But yeah, I kind of wish I bought Bitcoin there, obviously, but we didn't. And also, we were coming off of the second standard deviation. The VWAP, second standard deviation. We bounced off of that. So it looks like we're going to want to get now to the other side. So we'll see. But wow, look at that chart on Bitcoin. That would have been a beautiful trade. But unfortunately, we're in this piece of shite trade on the NASDAQ. Which we kind of, again, because of the challenge rules, we were kind of forced into because we just wanted to take profits on our short trade on the day, which we did great on. Obviously, that was good. We got pretty much the exact top of the day. But because we took our profits, we had to reverse our trade. So now we're in a long position. And let's see if we can survive this long position. Or just break even. I mean, I can, according to our rules, I can close this trade at 12. That is the end of the session for me. So we'll see. I mean, honestly, whether we're up or down, I'll probably be closing this at 12 just to survive another day. Because trying to trade this off stream might be a dangerous idea. Especially if I'm using those rules. So we'll just use this challenge account as the live stream entertainment account. And of course now we're going lower. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Bitcoin kind of, Bitcoin not really doing too much. Obviously, NASDAQ tanking, kind of. I guess not tanking, but definitely not great price action to see that sharp move lower like that. That was a pretty aggressive sell-off for a second there. So hopefully that's not a hint as to what's to come. We got about 30 minutes. 30 minutes on the trading session. Cheryl, what were the names of the vids you were just talking about? Price action? Yeah, so if you go on my channel, there's my latest video about the ABCD pattern and basically how the markets move, the logical way of how markets move. It's not zigzag, it's more of M's and W's, waves. That's my latest video, ABCD pattern video. You'll see it. And then the other video, the thumbnail is literally, it just says price action. It literally, the price action video, the thumbnail is just me smiling and price action. It just says in huge letters, price action. And that's called Price Action Explained Like You've Never Seen Before. Those two videos work very well together. They feed off of each other. All right, well, that's not a great candle there. And if we look at TradingView, bouncing off VWAP still. We've just been trading up and down around that VWAP, trying to decide where we want to go. And price has just been flat for the most part. Mine 1 minute time frame, yeah. So if you're curious as to what I'm trading and what time frame, this is NQ and this is 1 minute time frame. Okay, well, that's not ideal. Here's the Fund Your Effects account. Some pretty strange price action today. As every day. Not too surprising anymore. Do I have vids on drawing trend lines? No, because I don't believe in trend lines at all. Anthony achieves. I just went long. TP is 1970. 1970. Where's that at? All right. Right here. We'll mark that Anthony's target. All right, let's get to Anthony's target. Come on. Oh, wait. I didn't even... oh, my gosh. I'm so bad at this, guys. Here. I marked Anthony's target on TradingView. Nah, Fund Your FX. I always forget to switch my frickin' screen. So we got Anthony's target up here. That's what we're shooting for. That's hilarious, bro. Plus sub. Welcome. Welcome to the streams. Welcome to the channel. By the way, we're doing a giveaway account. Fund Your FX 5K giveaway account. So, because you just subscribed, I should remind you, if you go to my latest video, the ABCD pattern video, and you just leave a comment and like that video, you're automatically entered into that giveaway. Just letting you know. In case you want that. All right. Well, we're still kind of steadily moving lower. May need to take out some lows before going higher. We have just been steadily Churning and burning. Churning and burning. Lower lows, lower highs. Which is very, very like the NASDAQ lately, isn't it? Just lower lows and lower highs. So we're now down 0.2%. 0.25% now on the NASDAQ. Looks like that attempt to get back above VWAP failed, unfortunately. Which makes this a much more stressful trade now. Let's take a look here. Again, this hourly time frame, horrendous. Hourly time frame looks flippin' terrible. Yeah, we're tanking now. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see what we can do here. We are stuck in this trade. Oh my gosh. And of course, the session is now going to start to close here. So another day, another NASDAQ sell-off in the works. Right as my session is about to come to an end. Now normally what I could do is trade this after the stream is done, as I've done before. But I don't want to do that because I want this account to reflect the experiment that we're doing, which is no closing positions, only reversing and adding. So the only good thing is that this is a high volume candle and it's getting rejected. If this closes low, which we're not going to, it looks like. Okay, that's not too bad of a candle. Obviously, still in a terrible position right now. Here's the FundsFX position. So currently down $250. Let's think about this one. Take a look at TradingView. The second standard deviation of the VWAP is all the way down here. Okay, that is pretty low down there. That's gonna be another 0.4%. That would put us down about 0.7, 0.8% on the NASDAQ, which is still not even close to its average daily range. Let's take a look back in history for a second here. And let's look at our range for the days here. The last few days, 2.86%, 2.03%, 2.66%, 2.26%, and right now we are down 1.5%, or our range on the day is 1.5%. So this thing, again, like we've been saying, it could easily go much lower. So I probably am not going to add to this until way lower. But again, the session is also about to end at 12. That's when my trading session ends. I could technically extend it to 2 p.m. Sometimes I'll do that. I just don't know if I can stream that long today until 2 p.m. Maybe I'll leave it up to a vote. I mean, I did say it was a democracy. Let me check my schedule today. Let's see what I'm doing. Let's see if we can make something interesting. I may extend this session. We'll see. Let me feel it out. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Let's see. Colin says, extend, please. It's going up, Corey. You think it's seriously going to ignore Anthony's take profit? Okay, now here's the more important part, Anthony. Where's your stop loss? Because once it hits your stop loss, then we'll probably go higher, right? That's how it goes. Anthony says, look at 1 hour fair value gap. I don't really believe in fair value gaps, but let's check it out. Let's get rid of VWAP, clean this up a little bit. Okay, I see what you're talking about. I guess it's holding for now. But we'll see. Let's see. I hope so too. I do hope so too. Although VWAP, second standard deviation, is all the way down here. I'm stuck in a pretty bad, like, my entry right now is not ideal. It's up here. Please extend my man Tesla. Long is bleeding now. What is everything just tanking? Let's see. Bitcoin is still chugging along. Ooh, Tesla down 6%. Jeez. Tesla, oh Tesla. I'm not really doing any analysis, by the way, PK. Oh my god, and there goes the NASDAQ. God dang it. Tesla down. I'm just looking at my longer term portfolio right now. Not showing it on the screen, by the way, in case you think that I forgot again. Oh, my stocks are not doing too well. GLD, gold is doing good, silver is doing good. Tesla doing terrible. Fucking Tesla. Let's look at Nvidia. Again, I'm not showing it on screen because I'm not really doing analysis. I'm just kind of looking. Coincidentally, Nvidia actually just completed an ABCD pattern. PK. If you were wondering, there's a little bit of a ABCD pattern lower, but as long as the markets go down, Nvidia's obviously going to go down too. So, not like this really means too much. Let's go to weekly time frame. Usually when I'm looking at stocks, I honestly just look at the I just look at the moving averages. What? So yeah, but also these aren't looking too good either. We're trading below, what is that? I think this is the 50. Yeah, we're trading below the 50-day moving average on Nvidia. Here's the monthly chart. Monthly chart looks like we're going to go down to $88 a share. That's usually how I like to kind of just trade stocks long term. Just look at moving averages and just buy. Like buy on the moving averages. It works. Look at the history. Works all the time. Just buying on the big trends. But Nvidia right now looks pretty bad, not going to lie, other than the ABCD pattern. Okay, let's move back on over to this trade here, which I am stuck in. Oh, God. Give me 1 second. All right, NQ now down 0.3% on the day. Again, this thing could be down 2% by the end of the day. So, as someone that is currently long, gotta proceed with caution. Man, this price action is the same every day. Still got Anthony's target up here. But every day, it's every day NASDAQ shoots up in the morning and then just sells off the whole day. Like, just look at that lower low, lower high price action. It was starting to look a little bit better, but right back down. We'll see. We do have this high volume candle here after taking out these lows. That may have been Anthony's stop loss triggering that volume. I know Anthony's trading with massive size right now, so stop loss right there could have been triggered. Anthony liquidity swept. No, I'm just kidding. But hopefully, let's see if that's going to be the trigger we need. I am Indian. Cool. I'm white. I am white. I am American. I mean, Puerto Rican. Anthony said his 50 mil stop loss hit. You're welcome, everyone. A valid or a noble sacrifice, Anthony. Thank you for the liquidity. Let's get moving now. Stops hit. Targets are next. Five-minute looking good. Honestly, nothing's looking good to me right now. The only time I would love to be buying this would be down at the second standard deviation here. Below these lows, too. I mean, that looks like a pretty juicy long down there. But unfortunately, the challenge that we're doing forces us to be long right now because we had to take our profits on the short side of things, which means we had to reverse our trade. So that is why we are kind of stuck in this position right now. We can only add and we can only reverse, and I'm not reversing down here. So it's 11:45, 15 minutes until my typical trading session would be done. But since you guys asked for an extension, I might go a little bit longer. Maybe if we get enough likes. Maybe I'll barter some likes for the extended stream. How much profits have you made? How much profits have you made today? Says, isn't that Russian? First thing you said in the stream is you're Indian and your name's Russian. A very exotic man you are. Right now we're up 462. 462 today. This is a 100K Fund Your FX challenge account. It's a prop account, prop firm account. So yeah, we're basically doing an experiment using a prop account, one phase 100K challenge. And as always, if you guys want to use Fund Your FX, this is what I'm using right now. Use the code CT and you'll get 10% off. And they're already very cheap. What do you think about ONDO? I don't know what that is. Is that a stock? Is that a ticker? Excuse me. Okay. It's go time, guys. Come on. Liquidity sweep. Anthony's got stopped out. So we need to go higher naturally. Come on. Thanks to notice my comments. Yes, I am reading the comments. Don't worry. Oh, ONDO is a crypto? I haven't heard of that one. I don't really look at these altcoins too much, so I am just trading Bitcoin futures and indices, stock market indices, futures as well. Well, technically on FundraFX, they're CFDs. 3 green soldiers. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. Coming back around. Right now I'm long NASDAQ. You can see it in the background here. It's US 100 right there. Is that a dragonfly? What are you talking about? Is there a dragonfly? Is there a dragonfly in my room? What's your bull run Bitcoin price target, 2025 or 2024? I haven't really been looking at the long term on Bitcoin lately, so I wouldn't be able to give you an amazing answer on that one. Honestly, excuse me. I am probably more bearish on Bitcoin than bullish in these times. So if you look at Bitcoin historically, let me pull up a longer term time frame. 1 second. All right. And I'm loading something. 1 second, guys. One second. All right, so take a look at. So let's look at Bitcoin's cycles, right? So what we usually end up doing at the top of every cycle. This is on a Bitcoin weekly time frame. What we usually end up doing at the tops. I've been in crypto since 2017. 2018. So I've seen basically 3 major cycles now. And what we always end up doing at the top, one, you usually get some pretty big mania. So back in 2018, the mania was everybody was just buying. It was all about Bitcoin, right? Everybody was saying. I remember I was in high school at the time, and my girlfriend's friend said her dad was buying Bitcoin, and it was at like the peak. And as soon as she said that, and this is when a time like, if you were around back then, that it was like to have some random girl's dad be buying Bitcoin who he's not a trader or anything, just a random dude. That's a bad sign. Okay, that's mania. Everybody was buying, right? When everybody starts buying, that's usually when it starts to peak. That's usually when you start getting the peak. 2021, 2022, we ended up seeing this kind of 2-wave pattern, right? You got the push, the pullback into these moving averages. That's the 50-week moving average. And then you get a break of the highs, and then you go down lower, okay? And the sign at the top there was, I believe it was meme coins, okay? That's when meme coins first started getting crazy. Now you come to today, and it's like meme coin mania. I mean, the meme coin mania that we're seeing now is unlike anything that I've seen in this entire chart. It's just absurd. It is just the most insane gambling that I've ever seen. The most clear sign of a bubble is when people just start speculating like crazy like that. And then if you look at this move right here, right? Again, the 2-wave move, the bounce at the moving average, the break of the highs, and then the reversal. Okay, we're pretty much doing the same thing here, just in a little bit of a different shape, right? In fact, this is probably an ABCD pattern. Watch this. From low to high. Yeah, just about an ABCD pattern right up here. Okay, let me go back to NASDAQ in a second here. Let me just finish my train of thought. So this is definitely, this is overextended for sure. there's no doubting that. Take a look at RSI too. So I'm a little bearish on Bitcoin as of right now. This kind of feels like the top. I wouldn't really expect Bitcoin to be able to make a new high in the next year or so. I would be less surprised if Bitcoin came back down to like 70 to 60,000. I mean, if you look at the history, we came back down to the 200-week moving average here, broke below that, and that was the bottom. Okay, so that's like 45,000. And historically speaking, let's go to a logarithmic time frame. Historically speaking, we bottom out around this yellow line, which is the 200-week moving average, right? Look at that. So it is entirely possible that Bitcoin is topped, and we are due for another crypto winter down to 45,000. That's my educated guess, okay? Educated guess. Just going off of, the channel is called The Simple Trader. The brand is called The Simple Trader. That's how you keep it simple. You just use simple logic. All right, let's take a look back at NQ here. Get rid of all these lines. So NQ is, let's get rid of everything here. NQ is, I can see you guys pressing the buttons in the chat. That's funny. I'm going to read your comments in just a second. I'm just going to break down price a little bit here. So again, we had this high volume candle. Anthony got stopped out, so that's why we're starting to see this move higher. All right, and so what we also see is not only we have that high volume candle, but it was a break of the lows, and it was a weak break of the lows. Again, the 3 P's of price action. We have pitch, pullback, and projection. Okay, right now the projection is still relatively shrinking, the distance between the lows, and the pullbacks are still also shrinking relatively. Okay, the distance between the highs. Right now, it's growing technically, but overall, I think I'm just being hopeful. I think I just want my trade to work out. But overall, I mean, it feels like we should probably try to start reversing sometime soon here. I mean, this is now our like 6th wave lower. 1, 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 lower highs pretty much in a row. Usually you get a trend break, within 3. So, all right, let me read these comments here. Let me go back to the position, show you guys. We were down quite a bit more than this, so that's good. Obviously, we're starting to reverse a bit, but let's see if this is going to be number 6th of a lower high. You are very handsome. You have any girlfriend? Yes, I do. I do have a girlfriend. I even have a shirt that I wore on stream that says, I heart my girlfriend. You'll see it. And Anthony says Corey's married to NQ. Today I am, yes. Today I am married to the NQ. Bitcoin is up 1.3%, guys. Wow, we should have been trading Bitcoin today, though. We had Bitcoin on lock. We were, what were we saying about Bitcoin? If you were here earlier in the stream, this is literally what we said play by play was going to happen. A failure to continue lower and a break of these highs. And that's what we're getting. Unfortunately, the NQ is not really benefiting the same way, but it is what it is. Bitcoin is coming under selling pressure. Bang, bang. Pippin ain't easy. I'm in crypto since 2018. Also, so far 17K in profit. Nice. Meme coins are nuts. Yep. Profit now another 10K. Wanting to double up and waiting for another bear market. So we'll load up on Bitcoin next bear market. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Why are you bullish on NASDAQ? So we're doing a little experiment here. It's not that I'm necessarily bullish. It's that I wanted to take profits off of a short position. And if you read the pinned comment in the chat, we're doing a little bit of a challenge where we can't close a position entirely. We have to either reverse the position or add to the position. So when I wanted to take my profit from the short position, I had to reverse the trade. So now I'm in a long position. And the reason why I'm not adding is because this could easily go much lower, so I'd rather not add until we're at a very extreme point. So right now, that's kind of why we just sit and wait, or I'm sitting and waiting. And it looks like we're making that lower high again, NASDAQ. Anthony is a whale, yeah. Nom nom nom. Love from India. What's up, India? Where am I from? I'm from the USA. Corey, you ever traded Forex? Yes. Not my preferred thing. Very tough. Futures are pretty fun. Crypto is pretty fun, which is why I trade on Bitunix. I don't even know how to pronounce their name. Bitunix for crypto. And FungerFX for the indices and Bitcoin. You can trade both on FungerFX. But okay, this is a pretty disgusting candle here and a little bit of a high volume candle. So not great. Still making these lower lows, lower highs. I would like to see a little bit of a change here. And to make things even worse, this was the VWAP. So we came back up to the VWAP and failed to break above it again. Maybe we do reverse this position, right? I just know, knowing my luck, if I reverse this trade short, that's when it's going to freaking skyrocket. It's a bit hard to trade this price action when we're just hovering around the VWAP. Just hovering. Oh boy. A little bit of selling pressure now. How you get prop desk account? You just purchase it. Nothing too complicated. It's fungerfx.com. They have crypto trading, they have indices trading, forex trading. They let you trade anything, pretty much. And if you want 10% off your account, just make sure to use the code CT. The link is in the description. If you want to use FungerFX, which is what I'm trading on. It's hitting 1970. It's hitting 19,770 for sure. I hope so. I hope so. It's okay. I don't mind adding to this. I would just like to see a little more of an extreme move rather than this slow grind down. All right, it's 12. I'll keep the stream going for a little bit longer. As long as we hit 20 likes. That's 3 more likes than we currently have. If we hit 20 likes, I'll keep the stream going longer. That's right, I'm holding you up for ransom. All right, Anthony's target. Oh, crap, I moved it. Where was that at? 770. 19,770. Let's move that. Keep that in frame here. Anthony, why is that your target, by the way? What's over there? Go on the daily, see what we're looking at. Yeah, today is a very range-bound day. Looks like we're making a higher low now. That's positive. If we can continue higher, that would be great. There you go, 20 achieved. Oh, did we hit 20? Oh, yes, we did. All right. Well, I guess I have no choice. The audience has spoken. Is Forex trading legal in the USA? Yes, it is. You know, you were the first crypto YouTube I've watched all them years ago. Then you disappeared off of YouTube. Now you're back. Yes. It's been a long, wild ride. Long, up and down, wild ride. But I'm back now, and I don't think I'm going anywhere. I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon. Unless I die. Alright, NASDAQ is moving a little bit higher. Let's take a look at TradingView. You can see the, what's the word? VWAP. VWAP is coming into proximity right now. Anthony's target is looking juicy. Let's see what we can do here. I'm getting starving. I did not eat breakfast. Ugh. Alright, nice push. Fund your FX. Here's what it looks like there. Life is up and down, so yeah, let's have it large. Amen, brother. Supply zone on 1 minute time frame. Where is that? This area here? Are you a full-time trader? I am a part-time trader right now. Need a little bit more, what's the word? Refining. I trade, and I also have a small marketing agency, as I'm sure many of you trade and have jobs as well. I'm hoping that with prop firms, I can reach that a lot quicker. My trading has definitely been getting better. Now I just need more capital, which is why prop firms are so cool. They give you the capital, you give them the trades. TP reasoning? TP reasoning? All right, we are at, ooh, nice. We're at the VWAP now. And we had way less trouble getting above it this time around. Now the thing is we got to stay above it. So let's see what happens. Let's see how this candle closes. I've been in this long trade forever, it feels like. I need to pee, guys, unfortunately. I don't know how people stream so long without peeing. I feel like people don't. I feel like I don't see people pee in their streams for some reason. So let me go to the bathroom really quickly. I'll be right back. 5 seconds. More like 2 minutes. But hold on tight, and I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Nice signs of reversal now. Back above VWAP. Next potential area for struggle is going to be this black line here. That's yesterday's high. But overall, price action is looking good. We're getting a new high now, or at least very close. Now, hopefully this isn't a liquidity sweep. That would be really bad. But, yeah, we broke through that high there. Now we're getting rejected. So, like I said, hopefully not a liquidity sweep. Yeah, let's check this out, actually. This might be an ABCD pattern into a liquidity sweep. Yeah, it kind of is. Okay. That's a little worrisome. Let's see if this can not turn around here. That would be not ideal. We'll watch. I'm not going to I would be more comfortable reversing my trade here, cuz I could get down a little bit lower potentially. Oh gosh. This is when the challenge makes things stressful. AA, we going up? Yeah. I'm going to hold it. I'll stick with this trade. We got to reach Anthony's target, of course. Got to reach Anthony's target before we even consider switching sides. $12 is the new $11.30. Yeah. Yeah, it's usually 12 or 11:30. Actually, wait, yeah, that's true. We just hit 12 and now we're going up, so we probably don't want to fight against this. See if we can get a decision on the trend today. It's a little crazy. $19,770. Remember the number. Yes. We are awaiting Anthony's target. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, just make sure to smash that like button. Then I'll do more of it. And you'll be even more happy. Now, this stream could have easily been terrible, honestly. Because with the challenge that we're doing, it's asking for blowing up an account, but so far so good. Am I streaming tomorrow? So Tuesdays is the only day that I usually can't stream because I have meetings that day. So I can't, unfortunately. But eventually we'll see. I'm a little OCD with my hair, as crazy as it looks, and it's triggering me. Price about to fall. I hope not. Do you know about Holly? No. Not gonna lie, I got liquidity swept, but I hopped back in after it pulled back. Wait, so did you actually get stopped out when we said? Was this actually you getting stopped out? Like, is this where your stop was? Or was it like here? Or was it even higher? Oh my god. Anthony actually got liquidity swept, guys. He was our liquidity. No wonder the market's going up. Well, good thing you got back in. That's hilarious. Bro was liquidity. Yeah, that high volume candle there. I knew it. I could see it. That was liquidity sweeping. which broker am I using? So this isn't a broker. This is a prop firm. This is FX. The links to everything that I use is in the description. So if you're curious, links in the description. It's FX and BitUnex. BitUnex is for day trading crypto. FX is a prop firm account. I'm not going to do a challenge like this on my BitUnex account because that is not prop firm money. So yeah, I'm not going to be so risky with that. But on this platform, this is the one phase 100K account. Okay, there we go, hitting yesterday's high and getting some selling pressure. What's the crypto trading platform? Do they do leverage? Yeah, BitUnex is the crypto broker that I use. They're no KYC, so you don't need to, anyone can use it. Now, this is not a recommendation. I'm just saying the broker that I use. BitUnex is the broker. They do offer leverage. I think on Bitcoin they offer 125x leverage, which is obviously a shit ton, but yeah, they do offer leverage. And they do offer meme coins too, and their data is really good. Much better than the TradingView data. It's like you can see every tick. It goes super fast. Yeah. So if you've been watching me for the past few weeks, you know how much I rave about the data on BitUnex. You trade 500 leverage every day on NQ, NAS 100. Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you trading a small account and just trying to like flip it then, I assume? Something like that? I mean, are you going like full port? Like, are you maxing out every trade? All right, so we bumped up against yesterday's high, unfortunately. Look at the daily chart. All right, that black line there, that's what we just bumped up against, and we are failing to hold it, which is no bueno. But overall, we're more bullish than bearish now at this point, hopefully, unless this is just one massive bull trap. Which it very easily could be now that I think about it. Oh gosh. Let me think about this for a second. Hourly time frame bumping up against these highs. We just swept through these highs. Obviously going to be high volume because it's market open, so that doesn't really matter. Oh my gosh. I might need to reverse this trade, but then if I reverse this trade, I'm going to be stuck in this for a while. So let's just watch and see. Gotta still wait for Anthony's target, obviously. As long as we're above VWAP, not the end of the world, but right now this does look a little bit concerning. I'm not gonna lie. It does look a little bit concerning. This kind of looks like a bull trap to me. Bull trap before going down to this low down in here. So if you blow your account, is only your money at risk, or could you owe the broker if you're using really high leverage for BitUnex? So BitUnex offers automatic, liquidations. So hopefully you don't blow your account too bad. Yeah, it's pretty hard to blow your account because they every trade that you put on, they automatically have a stop loss basically in for you. You'll get liquidated. So as long as you're not doing something crazy like trading super high impact news and trying to go balls to the wall with like a 500x or 125x leverage right before news comes out, and then you get skipped, your liquidation gets gapped or whatever. As long as you're not doing that, you won't. You shouldn't owe the broker money. They don't allow you to do that really, unless you do something really crazy. Fair value gap will hold. I just checked out Funder FX max drawdown is 7%. Yes. Yeah, so the cool thing about Funder FX is that they also don't have a daily drawdown. It's just a max drawdown, which is 7%, which is really good from what I've seen. That means you can only, as long as you don't go down 7%, which is pretty hard to go down 7% unless you're going crazy, then you don't blow your account. You don't get breached, the account breached. All right, we're starting to break below VWAP now, which is not good for this trade. And it's currently 12 p.m. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to just call the trading session here because this could get. I mean, I don't have many options. Okay, I'm looking at the chessboard here, and there's no checkmate in store given the amount of time that I have. So I'm gonna close this out. Let's see if we can get a little tiny profit maybe, and watch this be the exact top. There we go. All right, that is the end of the trading session. So let's take a look at the P&L. There's our P&L. Oh, and I wasn't showing that. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I closed out of the position. P&L for the day is down here. Okay, 465. So we were able to have a profitable day despite this crazy challenge that we were doing. We will live to fight another day. I'm sure within this week of doing this challenge, it's going to get really ugly at one point. I'm probably going to be down a shitload of money. Sorry, Anthony, by the way. Sorry, Anthony. We didn't quite reach your target, but yeah. So let me just read these final comments here. Before you guys go, before we end the stream, make sure to like it up. That is if you want to support, that is the best way to support, is just by liking and sharing. You have a question? What is your question, Lalit? What's a healthy amount of leverage? It's really just use leverage your leverage can change depending on what time frame you're trading and how much you want to risk. So your leverage size doesn't really matter. It's more about how much are you risking per trade. Okay, and then you adjust your leverage accordingly so that you don't risk more than that per trade, right? So if your stop loss is X amount of points and you need X amount of dollars to enter the trade to risk 1% of your account at that stop loss point, then you just adjust your... it gets complicated. But basically, just don't focus on leverage. Just focus on how much you're risking in every trade, right? Which shouldn't be more than like 1 to 2%. In my case, it's like 3 to 4%, but yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This challenge so far has been a success. We had a profitable day, a very tiny profitable day. If we get caught in a bad downtrend, this number can easily become quite ugly. So we'll see how we manage it. I'm sure we'll see a trade like that this week. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting, all that stuff. Make sure you're subscribed with the bell notifications on so you don't miss the next stream. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.